Hey friends, this is Mayla. I'm back with another video this morning. It is a Saturday right before Labor Day weekend, and I am out fairly early in the garden. I woke up around 8 o'clock. I had to go pick up my son. He spent the night at a friend's house last night. They had a really good win, a really big win last night. Their football game, so he stayed over a friend's house, and then I went and picked him up this morning, had to make a run to Home Depot, and now I'm back. We're going to get started. I just have a little bit to do in this no dig sheet mulch and my rock garden bed. We're going to go ahead and plant the azaleas and the hydrangeas in the pots, and then I'm going to head over to my mom's house for another video to do something over there, but that'll be in a different video. But I'm going to turn the camera around and show you guys what we're going to do. I'm so excited about being out in the garden today. It's a beautiful sunny day. Not sure what the high is supposed to be today, but it's like maybe in the low 80s. Right now it is in the 70s. It feels beautiful out here. The sun is still out here and it's hitting me in my face. So I'm going to put my hat on while I work. But let me turn the camera around and show you what we're going to get done today. All right. So we are working in this garden bed again today. My biotone arrived maybe 2 or 3 days ago. So I'm going to go ahead and get my azaleas planted along the border. And then the 2 hydrangeas that I purchased that are extra, I'm going to pop in those 2 pots. And then I actually went this morning and picked up some more rock from Home Depot. We're going to fill in the rock to cover up those pavers. I don't want to see any of those pavers. I want it to just be rock and plants here. I actually have my 2 pots that are going to go in the back with the evergreen, but that is going to be a different video project. So let's get started with what we have today. I got the rocks, I got my auger, so we can make an easy job of this. I got my compost to add to the pots, got my biotone. Let me show you the azaleas again. I want to talk about that. So these are my azaleas that I got from Proven Winners Direct. I'm not really happy. Some of them they are losing leaves, and a lot of the leaves were already down here in the pot, and you could tell that those leaves had already been lost even before they shipped them to me, because they had a plastic bag around and it was like underneath the plastic bag. So that did not happen in transit. Like, look at all of those crispy leaves. I sent an email because a couple of them in the boxing, in the packaging, some of the plants had like fallen over onto each other, and a couple of big stems had broken off. Like a big stem like broke off right here. You can see where there's like a fresh wound. This one looks like it's hanging, it's bending, it's about to, but it's holding on for dear life. I took pictures of the stems that broke off, and like look at this. Like, I've been watering these every day. The temperatures are not really bad, and it's like dying off. They said that plants tend to do that in transit, and to keep them and get back with them in a few weeks if it doesn't get any better. I'm not really happy with that, but the only thing I can do right now is to put them in go ahead and plant them, get some biotone on them. I'm gonna cut back some of these stems that look like the leaves are falling off, and we'll see what they do. If they don't get better, I'm gonna give them 2 or 3 weeks. If they don't get any better, I'm going to take more pictures and send to Proven Winner Direct, and they're gonna have to correct this, because I bought 8 of these. I mean, that's not cheap. So let's go ahead and get these babies planted, and we'll see how they do. All right. So what I just did was I walked off 3 of my foot widths, and um, and so I have 1 plant per 3 feet. It's not really 3 feet, it's 3 of my lengths of my foot. And then I put the 1 plant in the center of my second foot. So I have 5 around here and then 1 on the other side of the shed. So now what we're going to do is go ahead, dig these holes with my auger, and then we are going to amend the soil. And azaleas like moist, well draining soil, and so I am going to add in some compost, add in some pine bark, some pine bark nuggets to kind of help with drainage. Compost, pine bark nuggets I'm gonna add, and then mix that in with my native soil, which is clay. And then I'm going to add in biotone, and also this is a reblooming azalea, and so it's supposed to bloom in the fall, get a second bloom in the fall. So I'm going to go ahead and give it, in addition to the biotone for the root stimulation and growth, I'm going to give it some other fertilizer, which is Hollytone. Azaleas like acid loving. They are acid loving plants, and so Hollytone, which is also by Espoma, and I'm sorry for the shadow, but this is Hollytone, and it is good for acid loving plants like rhododendrons, camellias, hydrangeas. And azalea is another, is the same, it's in the family of rhododendron. So we're going to add this a little bit to the whole, mix up the soil, and then I'll sprinkle a little bit on top as well. And hopefully, not sure if we will get a flush of blooms this fall, because I really don't see any buds, but it can only help. So let's get started. First, before we get to drilling, I meant to tell you that anytime I drill somewhere or dig somewhere in my landscape that I haven't dug before, I always go back to my recording of when we had our property marked for lines, maybe a couple, 2.5 years ago. I will try to take a screen recording of this video, or not a screen recording, just add the video to this video so you guys can see the markings that we had. And this was about maybe 2.5 years ago. You can see how different my landscape looked back then. It's very different. You won't be able to recognize it, but I tend to go back to this recording so I can see exactly where, if we have lines in the area, and if we do, where they are. And the guy told me how deep things were, so I have a mental note of those as well. All right, I will insert that video here before we start drilling.
Your house anyway.
It's like in the middle.
Yeah.
There's the other one. The other one. This is the shallow one, the real shallow one. Curve. Going back here. And then. And then these, he said, is about 3 to 4 feet deep. Oh, it's 3 of them all in a line.
Yeah, it's 3 of them.
3 to 4 feet deep, all along the fence line, but they are real deep, going all the way back to that fence in that corner.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on.
So I'm going to explain why I hand dug that hole. I don't know if you guys could tell in the video that I posted of the markings. If you see this window right here, that window right there in the video, right in front of that window, well, right beside the window behind the shed, is where our internet cable is buried, right underground. So it's like a foot over to the side of this window. It's like a foot over to the side of this window, and it's right down on the ground, and it's dug, and it curves along here and goes out to my fence, my back border. Well, I don't know how close it was curved to right here, and myself and my husband both work from home. We rely heavily on our internet, especially my husband. I can go into work and work from on site, but my husband's company is not based here, so he has to have his internet, and so I did not want to risk possibly cutting the internet cable. So I just went slowly and I hand dug. I don't see any cable in the area, so we're going to go ahead on and plant. I will just have a mental note that right here is the cable, so if I ever have to dig this up, I would just have to be really careful. So we're going to go ahead and get to planting all of them. We're going to go ahead and add drip line to each one of them, and let's go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll Look at what it did to this clay soil. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. So we got them all planted. There's one, and that one is hooked up to drip. Then this is the other side of the shed in the rocks. That one is hooked up to drip. You see the cable is going over to right there. Now we have the 5 here. 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3. They have the 4 here in the mulch that we need to hook up to drip. And then we're gonna pot the hydrangeas. All right. We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on I am going to add drip to this pot that already has soil in it. So what I'm going to do is find the hole in the bottom of the pot, just down here. I'm going to stick my finger up through there. Thank God this is a shallow pot. So I stuck my finger through there. Okay, now I'm going to take this end of the distribution tubing, stick it up through the bottom, pull it up through the hole where I have my finger stuck, and here we go. I just pulled it up through the center. So I'm going to leave a lot of slack in the top of the pot, and then we're going to cut the bottom. I'm going to add this piece to here, and this will go into the 1/2 inch distribution tubing. And then the end that's coming out the top of the pot, we're going to connect this piece. And attach my ring. So let's go ahead and pot up these hydrangeas. for this hydrangea, I'm not going to try to fertilize it to bloom. We just want to add biotone. And I'm going to add some compost because this is used soil from my lavender, phenomenal lavender that were in these 2 pots and died. And I had only planted those in the spring, so the soil is not that old. Just going to add lots of compost to this soil. Loosen it all up. Now we're going to add in some biotone fertilizer. And add our plant. Get some of these weeds out there. Need to go get some more soil, potting soil. Then we're going to attach our ring. Just going to put a little stake to keep it in the center. And then I might go back and add some rocks to the top of this. But that'll be later. Let's go put it in place. All right, guys, let me show you what we got. This is the about done with everything. We have planted all of the azaleas. Well, not all of them because I have 2 more left to go on my walkway, my paver walkway. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I have my 2 Little Lime Punches there. Those are the 2 extras that I bought just in case something happens to my hedge on my paver walkway. And then on the other side of my shed, I have the 6th azalea right here. I'm not sure if you can see it for the lighting. Behind this will be a tall evergreen, which is another project. And then behind this one will be another tall evergreen. We will get those done in the next couple of weeks. With the paver landing, I made some adjustments and I am happy with what I've done. So at first, this brick edging, I had it kind of going straight and it was like buttoned up to that. And then like this was like sticking out, kind of like squared. And over here, I had that one going straight up to that one. So I thought, well, how about we just kind of like round it out? So I pulled them out, added an extra one on each side, and now the landing is a little more rounded off with this curve here and then with that curve there. So I took those little small pieces out of the middle, brought those 2 in a little bit more, and pushed that one in some and push that one in some, and I like that much better. So I am happy with my paver landing for the shed. So since I had to move them a little bit, I will let these sit for maybe 2 to 3 weeks where they are to let the grass underneath die a little bit more. I'm going to try to water that area a little bit more in front so that the soil can soften some, because this soil is so rock hard I won't be able to dig into it. So if I water it every now and again and kind of get it soft, maybe I can dig in so that these front edges can be sunken a little bit. So we'll work at that. Hopefully we can get this done this season. But I am happy with what we have. I know because of the shade it may be hard to see, but from my fence here all the way around to my covered patio over there, I really like what we've done with this bed. I added some more rocks to make it a lot fuller so you can't see those pavers underneath there. So yeah, guys, my battery on my camera was about to die. I only had like 1% left. So I am on my cell phone now. I want to just come on here and thank you guys for coming along with me on today. Getting these azaleas planted. You know, azaleas are like very native, and like everyone in the South has them, you know, in the springtime. They're like the first thing to start blooming and they are absolutely beautiful. Well, these reblooming Perfecto Mundo azaleas are supposed to be reblooming once in the spring. I don't know if it's summer and fall or just spring and fall, but we will see next year. I doubt if I get anything this fall, but they're in the ground. They have that biotone, they have holly tone, and hopefully they can start to create nice, strong root systems. I will watch them over the next month or so to see how they do. And if they don't start looking any better than they do now, now that they are planted in the ground and have fertilizer, I will be giving Proven Winners Direct another call back or another email. However, I got those in. I got my 2 hydrangeas potted up so they can start creating great new root systems as well. I'm tired. This sun is beating down on me, even though it's a milder day as far as temperatures. It's still draining when you are in full sun working in the yard with no shade. So I don't think I'm going to make it over to my parents' house today because I'm just tired. I want to go inside and relax, drink tons and tons of water. I'm so thirsty. My husband is headed to get me a smoothie right now. But I'm going to turn the camera around, show you one last look of what we've done today, and whether it is morning, afternoon, or evening when you guys are watching this, I hope you're having a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of it, guys. Happy Labor Day.